Okay, are we live? Hey guys, this is Bobby Clue with the Somerset-Pulaski County Chamber of Commerce. We are back at it again for another one of our virtual ribbon cuttings. We are out here today, right in the heart. We're right in downtown Somerset. We're here on East Mount Vernon Street, and I'm out here at the 516 Clinic. So with me today, I've got Dr. Pope and I've got Susan Wilson, and I want to thank you both for taking some time to come down here and talk to us a little bit about the 516 Clinic. So I know a little bit about this. I was a big fan, I said, of the RAM Clinic, and I really believe in what you guys are doing, but a lot of people watching may not know what the 516 Clinic is. Could you tell them a little bit about what you guys do here?
Yes, you bring up the RAM Clinic. Years ago, we saw the need in our community that wasn't being met in healthcare, and many folks were falling through the cracks. And the RAM Clinic let us realize really how large that need was. So several people in town, I was one of them, but several people started just kind of dreaming and thinking about that. And really, it's been, and then the process started and working, but it's been a process of probably around 10 years that we've been praying and dreaming and working to see this come to fruition. And the focus we saw is for working, low-income, uninsured people. They seem to fall through the cracks. And some folks are underinsured on the medical side who have very large deductibles. But that was the need we felt called to meet. So many people have contributed so much. We're just very thankful to be here at this moment.
So tell me a few of the services that you all do provide to people. So if you don't have insurance, if you have needs, it's dental and medical needs. What are some of the services that you can come and you guys can help people with?
Well, we provide general dentistry. So we do extractions and fillings.
Okay.
We do cleanings and gum treatments. Is that it?
Yes,
pretty much.
And we want to operate also from a wellness model.
Right.
Like when we get patients in, our dental patients, we want to help them get dentally healthy because that affects their overall health, obviously. Sure. But we don't want to just take care of an acute problem. We want to get them toward dental health and help them maintain that. And
again, just I want to reemphasize, there's no charge for any of the services that you all provide. You're taking donations from our community, and
Thanks to the chamber, we got donations from you all.
Well, and we were happy
to
do that very much so. But there's a lot of people who may not, have insurance, and they may need medical or dental requirements that they need to meet, and they aren't getting those met. And this is a way to do that. So maybe one of the biggest things today is just to help us share and pass and spread the word about the 516 Clinic. I'm sure everybody knows somebody who needs some help, and these are the people that can do that.
Yes, and the way you get in contact with us, we have a website. It's 516clinic.org, and you can go on the internet and look that up. There are applications on there and information that can let you know if you might qualify or not.
So you have to qualify, obviously. So if you have a job, you're probably not qualifying.
No, you are.
Oh, you can.
You must work.
Oh, wow.
You have to live in Pulaski County.
Okay.
You have to work at least 32 hours a week.
Okay.
For dental, you have to have not any insurance for dental work. And for medical, you can have insurance, but you have to be underinsured. In other words, have huge deductibles that don't allow you to have primary care. So we take applications, a committee reviews those and confirms the income. You have to qualify income-wise. And on the website, there's a chart that shows you what the income is. And it's actually 200% of the annual federal poverty rate.
So it's 516clinic.org?
516clinic.org, that's correct.
You go there, you download the forms, you fill those out.
Mail them to 810 East Mount Vernon Street.
Which is where we're at right now, exactly. 810 East Mount Vernon Street. So we are on East Mount Vernon. We are basically right next door to Candido's Towing and right across the street, as you can see, from the medicine shop. It's very easy to find. Are there hours where people are here where they could drop those off instead of putting them in the mail?
They can drop them off.
So they just put them in the box, or?
They can't put, it's a locked box for security. But they can drop them off from 5 until 8:30 on Wednesday evenings.
Okay.
We're only open on Wednesday. We only see patients by appointments because we're served by volunteers. Dr. Pope
Sure.
and 6 or 7 other dentists.
So
They
maybe
volunteer their services.
that might
for
be my
free.
next question.
Yeah.
So there's a collection of people that believe in your all's mission here, physicians and dentists,
Yes.
and they believe in the mission, and they're doing all this completely just pro bono.
Exactly
Yes.
right. They work hard all day in their office, and then they come here and serve the Lord.
Sure. Well, it's a calling, I'm sure, and it's incredibly needed, and I really appreciate it. Would you want to have everybody go take a look inside? Is that okay? Can we do that?
Absolutely. Yes,
Well, I'll
it is.
follow you
Thank
guys.
you so
Susan,
much.
if everybody doesn't know, Susan worked at Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital, and for a lot of people was probably the face of the hospital for, 20 years? 30 years? And, you're not very good at retiring.
No, I'm not.
You're quite bad at it, actually. But it's great. I'm sure it's a
This
blessing.
is a wonderful way
Well,
to
it's a
retire.
blessing
I
to
can
have you
tell
over here. Absolutely. So, to frame of reference, this used to be a dental office here,
Yes, Dr. Danny Ross's office.
right there.
We still have his sign on the wall.
That's fun.
Yeah, we want to honor him. He was a really good man.
Yes, he
and
was.
a good dentist and was beloved.
Sure.
And his family's been so gracious to work with
Yes.
us on this building. And
Yeah.
we have a picture of him in there too. You'll want to see.
But absolutely. Let's
Just
take
come
a
in
look.
with us.
Yeah, you can just kind of walk and talk a little bit and show us the building.
All right.
We can walk through here, and we can just let her see everybody. That's okay.
Yeah, this is the lobby area. We'll point out the paintings. They were donated to us by Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital.
So if somebody
We're
gets
so proud
so
of
if
them.
somebody does qualify
Uh-huh.
for services, you will reach out to them and you will schedule an appointment with them. Is that
Yes.
what happens?
Yes.
Once they send in their forms.
So
they're
they'll come in
qualified.
right here,
They'll come right in that
and
door.
then they will be treated like any other patient at any other
Greeted by a
doctor's
smiling
office you've
face,
probably ever been to.
absolutely.
Sure, there's
Yeah.
the office right there. And what days do you take patients on currently? Is it every?
Wednesday
It's just
evening.
Wednesdays.
Just
Is that when you
Wednesday.
allocate your resources?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
We hope to expand that in the future, but we just
Sure.
want to do that well first and then work out from there.
Absolutely. How many people have you had apply so far for services?
We average 2 to 3 patients every week.
Yes.
Every week?
Yes,
Yeah.
we
That's
have
great.
started out very slowly on purpose because all of the professionals who work in here are not accustomed to working in these offices. It's like cooking in somebody else's kitchen.
Sure.
So you can imagine that's a little
Yeah.
awkward
Well,
at first.
and to
But
reinforce-
then it gets them used to it, gives them an opportunity without being so overwhelmed.
Well, and to reinforce for everybody, in case they didn't hear, this is all pro bono work. So how are you getting donations? Is it all donation driven, everything from the 516 clinic, that everything you get is donations from the community?
And 100% of it goes to
Wow.
care for patients. Yes.
And
that's
every
correct.
dollar goes to
Every
care for
single
patients.
cent, yes.
Okay, great. What are some
I mean,
of
we
the...
have to pay for the lights, of course.
Absolutely, absolutely. Would you want to? If we want to do a quick
Absolutely,
walkthrough, we can
sure.
do that,
Yes.
and then we'll do an in-person ribbon cutting.
Oh, that'd be
I'm sure
great.
people are starting to show up.
They are, yeah. The office is right back here.
So this looks like the form that they might need to
It
fill
is.
out right
Yeah,
here.
Thank you.
So this looks like the form right here that you would need to go to the website and download. I bet you could come here on Wednesdays and pick one up if you don't
can.
have the internet.
Yes.
Some people may not have the
Yes,
internet.
they can
Or
do
they
that.
can call the office and
Sure.
leave a message, and I'll mail them to them.
So the phone number's on here. It's 802-2069. So you can also do that. And again, this is an informational. A lot of times it's to see a retail business or something like that when we do these.
Right.
Today's purely informational to share this video,
we
to
appreciate
educate
that so
people
much.
and show people, because I feel like everybody has Facebook.
Yeah.
Rich, poor, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Everybody has
you're right.
Facebook. It's a great unifier when it comes to getting information out. So hopefully a lot of people are going to share this video today with people that want to come up here and they need services from you guys.
That's perfect.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
Sure.
I'll let Dr. Pope, if you don't mind, to show them the offices, because, well, it's just
Yes, we start right here. Here's our x-ray. This, we were able to, Dr. Steve Hieronymus, I need to mention him. He was right at the beginning. Of course, he was heavily involved in the RAM clinics, but he got a grant for a digital panoramic, and we have our other x-rays are digitized. Everything is on a computer system.
Sure.
And so all of our x-rays and charting is computerized, but we feel very thankful for that. All these rooms, and Dr. Ramos got this donated as well. I want to give him a lot of credit because he's worked so hard. Very nice modern equipment. And this is one room. We have 4 rooms. They're all 4 treatment rooms. They're all very similar. And
so as a nonprofit organization, you can apply for grants as well.
Yes.
As private donations. So
Yes.
that's good to.
Yes, we're a 501c3.
Okay.
So we do qualify. So we have 4 treatment rooms, and we have 1 medical room right now, and in this end, and we anticipate that will expand pretty quickly.
What are
this
some of
year.
the medical? I know we've talked a lot about the dental side. What are some of the medical services that you provide? Do you do X-rays or what medical
We
services
don't have
do
X-ray.
we do?
Really, it's kind of primary care.
Blood pressure.
People are sick, and chronic disease management is something we see that can be very helpful, and especially for working folks. Someone who's managing diabetes and doesn't have any health insurance or very minimal, that can be critical. That is a very difficult disease to live with. Many others, high blood pressure, stuff like that. And this is stuff, especially for working people, that will affect not only their overall quality of life, but their ability to do their job.
Sure.
And so that is the thing with that. Obviously, specialty things. We have some specialists that have agreed to see patients on a referral basis because there's no way medically we could set up for a lot of different specialists. We've had several that have agreed to see patients who we'll be referring to. So
Gotcha.
we look forward to that as well.
Well, again, it's good to know what you do offer, and that's great. So so this is essentially the office
Yes,
right here.
yes.
Well, that's one. The biggest thing again is just to let everybody know about the 516 clinic and the services that you all are providing. I mentioned the RAM. That's the remote area medical clinic. This was something that I believe the Rotary facilitated
Morning
6,
Rotary
7, 8 years ago.
Yes.
And it was set up at local, I think, schools maybe.
Southern Middle School.
So and it was wonderful. I mean, you had people there from the moment you opened until the minute you closed, and it was essentially, what was it, a day, 1 day, or
2 days,
2 days a year?
Saturday and Sunday.
And so people would, they would book that off on their calendar
Yeah.
weeks, if not months in advance, and be there because they knew they might have a tooth that had been hurting them for months, and that was their opportunity to get that fixed.
Yeah.
This is a much bigger scale project than that is really what this is. So it's now, it's weekly.
Ongoing, yes.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
weekly opportunities to get those same services, and it's wonderful.
We do only provide services by appointment, though, just because of the nature of what we do.
Can you tell us a little bit about the name and what the 516 clinic and why it has that name?
Well, it's based on Matthew 5:16, which is a verse in the Sermon on the Mount. And that came up in the planning stages years ago. But our goal, all of us are Christians that are involved. And at the core of our lives, we're so thankful for what the Lord has done for us. And it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. And it says in that verse to let your good deeds bring glory to God. I'd like to tell you I'm the greatest guy in the world, but I'm not. I want to be, but I'm not. But we serve a God who is. And we want this to reflect well on the Lord.
Sure.
But that's where the name comes from.
Well, and I want everybody to know that. I think it's
Yes,
important,
yes.
and I think the mission here is wonderful, and I think we're so fortunate to have opportunities like this. There's every community doesn't have things like this in their backyard. It's a wonderful tool to have in the tool belt that a lot of people would kill to have, and to have such generous people such as yourself and Susan and Dr. Hieronymus and all these other doctors that are willing to come out and allocate their time time away from their families, time here to help others. It's a real blessing to our community, and I want to thank you all for doing this. Thank you all.
Thank you so
Yes.
much for helping
Yeah.
us spread the word.
We love it.
Y'all are great.
We think we are a nonprofit, so we all have to stick together.
Absolutely. That's right.
We
That's
understand very much, and we appreciate you all. So thank you both again for allowing us to come out today. Again, we're with the 516 Clinic right here at 810 East Mount Vernon, right across, right next to Candido's Towing, right across from the medicine shop. Very easy to find in downtown. We're still in downtown. This is
We're in
downtown.
downtown Somerset.
This is downtown
That's true.
Somerset. So
That's true.
if you know anybody that needs these services, in the website to go fill out, if you know somebody that needs to apply to possibly come in here and get these services, it's 516clinic.org. So go there, or you can walk in on a Wednesday, it looks like, and you can fill those out if you don't have the internet. So you can
Or
come
you
in.
can call and I'll mail them to
Or,
you.
absolutely. I bet Susan will drive it to your house if you ask
I
real
probably
nicely.
would.
I have a hunch. So, guys, help us share this message with anybody in need in our community. This is the group that can help them. I genuinely believe that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go outside somewhere, and we're going to do a in-person ribbon cutting. There's a bunch of people that have showed up, and we're going to do that. So until next time, guys, thank you so much. We've got another virtual ribbon cutting next week, and until then, thank you all very much. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.